Welcome back everyone for the next part of ID Somnium file. Well, I didn't really decide which direction we should head from here after what Pewter told us about in the last part, so I think first we should probably head home. What the hell is my home? Is that an old building? Either way, I'm supposed to head home first. Maybe Mitsuki has something to tell me. I mean, I need to check on my daughter, right? So let's check on her really quickly before I decide where we actually need to go. Yep, looks like a very old building. Mitsuki! Mitsuki is curled up on the... Oh, she's going to hate me. She looked like a small animal, frightened by a predator. Mitsuki! Hi there! Mitsuki is staring at the floor. About Ota. Iris? The warehouse?
Mizuki must know.
Of course she knows. She's...
About Iris and Ota.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet. Not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning, 2 of her best friends.
Mitsuki.
It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Can I be left alone for a while?
I don't know. I don't want to leave you alone right now.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You don't sound alright. She certainly didn't seem so. But I can't stay by her side forever.
Aiba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
I stayed with her for a little while longer, but we didn't speak. Having nothing more to say, I left. Mitsuki! Oh, I don't want to leave her! You can't force me to leave her! This is my home! I'm going to stay with my daughter! You hear me? I'm going to cook! Let me cook for her! She needs to eat! She needs her strength! Can I at least think about cooking for a second? Look! Wait. Do we only have those types of coats? Nothing else? With a school bag? Why do we have an iron pipe laying around? Mitsuki's favorite. Oh! I bench press, huh? Good to know. Isn't there anything I can do? Oh! The bunny! The bunny might help her. The bunny. It's adorable. A stuffed rabbit. I gave it to Mitsuki on her birthday. Give it to her. She might need it. Ah, Datem, sometimes I don't understand you. Oh, yeah, there's really nothing I can do around here. Can I take a seat? Okay, I guess I really need to go, Mitsuki. I'm sorry, I really want to stay, but you want to be... If you die on me, Mitsuki, I'm going to be super angry at you. Okay, let's go to Marbles. Maybe Mama heard something about anything. Please, give me a lead. I need a good lead. I need to find that culprit. Like yesterday, before that whole thing with Ota happened.
Are you okay, honey?
No, I'm not.
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
Yeah,
I don't need a drink. I need information.
I need a drink.
Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition.
Okay.
Tell me.
I need every kind of information right now.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case.
Uh-huh.
Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them. You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
Right.
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
3?
3? Iris?
No, not that one. The boy.
Ota?
He came here last night.
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
How? What?
Have you heard the rumor?
What? Mama told me a similar story to Ibar's about Sosema in the Kabasaki district. And the basic idea is this. 8 years ago, So sold his land in the Kabasaki district for 30 billion yen. Oh, now we get the second half of this story. Half a year later, an explosion at the chemical plant caused this land price to drop drastically. So brought back the land for 1 billion yen, almost like he knew beforehand that the accident would happen. Did So blow it up? Or conspire to blow it up? No, that wouldn't make sense. So wouldn't gain anything from that. He would end up with 29 million in cash and 1 billion in land. That's a net zero. But there's more to the story. About So in the district.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you. The KE followed in So's footsteps.
And
They bought up land in Kabasaki.
And what about it?
Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kabasaki?
There was plan of a casino?
So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kabasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly. But look at Kabasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you, I will revive the Kabasaki district at any cost. Casino Town Kabasaki will give new life to the city.
Okay.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kabasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off limits.
But
However, the air in Kabasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
great.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kabasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE, and by So himself. The land he bought back for 1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
He's involved in some shady business.
Interesting. But there's more to it, right?
This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip.
Gossip sometimes tells the truth.
What were we talking about again?
About So?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kabasaki district?
Yeah. And what about it?
The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, oh, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, I'm going to go.
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
That wasn't a waste of time. You tried to give me some hints.
no, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Sure. Sure. Well done. Time to head out. Let's head for the diner first, just to be sure. Ota's mother is probably desperate right now. Having her son killed like this. She's not going to like it. And she's probably going to give Iris the fault for that. The place was silent. It was so quiet it felt like I could hear the floating dust. I stepped inside. I thought it was empty, but I saw a shadow in the corner of my eye. It was Mayumi. It was like watching a decaying old tree, clinging passionately to the earth. Music is already down. Where's her husband? I'm sorry to interrupt. Are you alright? Probably not. Do you want to talk about it? About Ota, maybe?
This is your fault.
What?
I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris. My boy Ota got involved.
Uh-oh.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now.
She hates me.
Did you not hear me?
Okay.
I said leave!
Okay. Okay, it's okay. I'm going.
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
Yeah, you're...
Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Ota, where's your freaking husband? Iris' mother is going to hate me as well. I can already see it. Just because Ota had to choke me to death. Oh. When I visited the second household, I found Hitomi with a hollow look in her eyes. She let me in and asked me to sit on the sofa. I agreed and sat down. Don't drink the tea. But after that, I couldn't say a single word. The heavy silence waited on both of us. Oh, the tea! The steam is rising from the tea. Oh, what about the iris flower?
In the language of flowers, the iris means good news and hope.
So much for that, huh?
When I saw the flowers this morning, I just knew something good would happen.
You call that good? That's not good at all.
Iris.
Oh. Is there anything else I can see before talking to her? Something that increased our mood, like the slit? The funny thing with the basket? The standing lamp? No? Okay, Hitomi, I'm very sorry. Hitomi is composed. She's hiding her sorrow deep in her heart. She's gentle, but strong. About Iris,
Iris was
sorry.
my everything. We always went everywhere together. Whether it was buying clothes, or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket.
Sorry.
When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3. And finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up.
About Iris.
Her
I know you
memories
want to
are a
talk
part
to her.
of this room. And always will be.
Oh.
When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her. But why?
about Ota? Do you know
Oda
anything
was
about
one
him?
of my students.
What?
I taught him in elementary school.
What? You even know him?
I heard it from the police. Oda tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words.
She doesn't show any single sign that she might break down in front of me. She sits dignified and composed, but I can tell that she's so close to breaking, so close to crumbling away, like a flame slowly eating at the edge of a paper before the whole thing catches fire. Aww. Can you think of any information? Because I cannot leave without that.
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
Anything?
I don't know if this is important, but
No, please. Tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger.
Who?
I visit them a few times a year.
Who?
And by coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison.
Of
In
course.
Tokyo.
Of course.
Fuchu.
Prison?
Let's go. That's our only lead. We need to go to the prison.
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
Tommy.
I don't know what to do. Thinking about her.
You need to leave.
Dante, please, you have to catch them. Please. Please.
I will. Trust me.
Iris? Alright, he told me, you need to leave this house. It's not going to get better as long as you stay in this house filled with memories of her. Headquarters. Why is it so depressing? This whole part is so depressing. Why did everyone have to die? Did I know? Everyone died. I returned to the boss office to report. But I didn't see her.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
But she's most of the time here.
True.
I sat down in my usual seat and decided to wait. Iva?
What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation, perhaps?
What summary? We don't have anything new.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research. About number 89.
You found something out about him? Iva? What is the relationship between 89 and Shoko?
Unknown. I
Right.
cannot determine if they have any connection. Approximately 1 month ago, Hitomi Sagan witnessed Shoko in Fuchu Prison's waiting room. I am unable to say for certain that the person she was there to visit was number 89.
But there's a high chance.
After all, Fuchu Prison houses 2,000 inmates.
But number 89 knew Shoko's name.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That must mean that he knew her somehow.
It is possible.
You know what? I'm just going to link it like this so that it makes sense. And who is that 89?
As you know, he is an assassin with multiple confirmed kills.
Yes.
He is currently serving a sentence at Fuchu Prison. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
That's what Pewter told us.
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police.
And? What is his real name? Did you figure that out?
Unknown.
Oh, come on.
You don't know?
No such person is listed in the family registry. It is possible he is a foreigner, but his nationality is unknown. However, I believe it is safe to say that he was born and raised in Japan.
Because of his speaking patterns. What about 89 and the new Cyclops killer?
Pewter claims that there were 2 culprits behind the original serial killings.
Yeah, but the other one is dead, right?
One was the former chairman of the Kumakuras.
But Rohan committed suicide last year.
That leaves 1 culprit still alive, number 89.
And?
But number 89 couldn't possibly have committed these crimes. He was in jail when each of the murders occurred.
Correct. However, I do not believe it is accurate to claim that he had nothing to do with the incident.
I know who killed Shogunadami.
If he was telling the truth, his involvement is possible.
Let's talk more about him, okay?
Let's talk to number 89.
I don't know if he's telling the truth or if he's full of it. But he's our last remaining loose end.
Alright. However, we need not go to him.
Huh?
We can bring him to us.
How?
If we plan on syncing with him, it would be more efficient.
You want me to sync with a psycho murder?
Can you arrange that?
I can.
Are you crazy? After cutting through some red tapes, number 89 was to be brought to HQ. He took considerable time to arrive, but for some reason, Boss never showed up. Why? What's wrong, Boss? Where did you run off to? Don't you dare become a murderer! Oh god, everyone is turning murderers. Hello, 89. Well, time for some investigations before it's sinking, huh? Wait, you? Didn't I saw you before? In my dream? Wasn't there something? Who are you? To me.
Sorry to interrupt your busy day, but I need you to tell me something. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
Huh. So much for cooperation, huh? Okay, first of all, let's check the cameras. It's on. On. Mirror. Working order. Okay. Let's take a look. 89 is sitting in front of me. What is your name?
Number 89.
You have a name, right?
Your real name.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Where are you from?
Burkina Faso.
You're able to remember that, but not your name.
Burkina Faso is a republic in West Africa. Population 17 million.
I don't have time for your jokes.
Do you know Shoko Nadami?
Yeah, I guess I do.
About a month ago, Shoko visited Fuchu Prison. Was she there to see you?
That's right.
What did you talk about?
Nothing special.
You're in no position to lie.
I'm not lying. She didn't come to hear me talk.
Then why did she come?
To meet me.
About what?
Meet you.
She probably just wanted to see me.
Why? What is the reason? When did you first meet her, huh?
A long time ago. I don't remember exactly when.
What's your relationship to her?
A physical one.
Oh. Oh.
I'm kidding. She was just a business partner.
Okay. For a second I believed you. You're the original killer, right?
That's right. I was one of the culprits behind the case 6 years ago.
And?
One of the 2 Cyclops killers.
Who killed her?
Alright, let's get right down to it. 2 days ago, you called Investigation HQ and said, I know who killed Shoko Nadam.
That's right.
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
I didn't say that yet.
It's done. You've got a deal.
All right. But to explain it properly, I need to tell you a story.
A story?
It might take some time. Is that all right with you?
Oh, you know what? I'm free with my calendar, so please, start telling.
I've got nothing but time.
Then let's get started. The story of a lonely assassin.
Hmm?
Once upon a time, there was a detective, full of righteous justice. Let's call him F. F found the evils of the world intolerable. F had no parents, no siblings, and grew up in an orphanage since he was born. He suffered every kind of abuse imaginable there. It led him to despise all the evils of the world. One day, F was chasing a thug down at the harbor. Someone wanted for the assault and murder of women.
Okay, I get it. I'll just throw down my knife. Here. And you lower your gun.
Don't believe him.
It's fine. I got nothing else on me.
Don't believe
I'll
him.
go quietly. You know, I have a history with hospitals. I've been going to a special hospital for a while. Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again. What should I do next time? Just thinking about it gets me excited.
What? Did you kill him?
The culprit was unarmed, but F never served a day in prison. The case went to trial for some time, but it was determined to be self-defense, and he was declared innocent. If the truth got out, it would be a huge scandal for the police. People at the upper level were terrified of what might happen, so they had evidence fabricated. F wasn't suspended or disciplined at all. After a while, he returned to his job like nothing happened. That was a turning point for him. He was ready to shed the morality that was weighing him down, holding him back. F still wanted justice, and he was willing to dispense it to the immoral one by one. He became an assassin, a lone gunman. No agent, no employer. He was his own man. F believed that he was judge, jury, and executioner.
But that's bad.
But it didn't last long. One day, F got rid of a criminal we'll call X. X was responsible for defrauding and killing an innocent old man for his life insurance policy. Turns out, X had connections. Rohan Kumakura, chairman of the Kumakuras. X was a top executive of the Kumakuras at the time. Rohan ordered his men to find and kidnap F.
Oh no. And that's how they two meet, right? And came to an agreement?
I've done some research. I know you've cleaned up at least 18 pieces of scum from this earth. But somehow there hasn't been a single criminal investigation. They're all treated as suicides, accidents, or natural causes. Amazing work. I'm impressed. How about you work for us? Of course, you have the right to say no, but it'll be the last word out of your mouth.
F was trapped. Even if he somehow survived, he would be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life. He had no choice but to take Rohan's offer.
Great.
Thus, F's self-employment came to an end.
Wait a minute, isn't that the area in Iris' dream?
He became a hired gun of the Kumakuras. Rohan even gave him a code name, Falco.
What?
Named for the falcon, a bird of prey.
What about Iris? What did she saw?
Falco didn't quit his job as a police officer, though. He worked as a detective by day. assassin by night at the will of the organization. An ordinary killer would need motive to take a life, but not Falco. He did as he was told, one target after another. It didn't take long to destroy his heart completely. Time passed, and a few years back, Falco, who by this time was exhausted in body and spirit, made a fatal mistake. He missed his mark and ended up taking a bullet to the stomach. Somehow he managed to escape. After reaching a nearby shrine, his legs finally gave out under him. He had no strength left. He put his back up against the shrine and let out a moaning breath that he thought might be his last. But at that moment, in his darkening vision, he saw a woman approach him.
Who?
He watched her take out her phone and dial for help. At the same time, he heard footsteps. Footsteps of at least 2 people closing in. He knew immediately that they were after him.
Who was that?
He sprung into action, grabbing the woman and pulling her close, kissing her to keep her from talking.
What? What are you doing?
That was the first encounter between Falco and the woman.
Who?
She was a teacher at some school.
He told me!
It was like she was from a totally different world than him.
He told me! Seriously?
Listening to her talk, he would forget everything about his line of work. She was his only contact with the ordinary, mundane world. They met in secret a few more times, and Falco felt his heart grow warmer. Her smile and kindness were like a cold glass of water for Falco's parched heart. Falco started to become himself again, his former self. He swore on his life that from then on, he would live for her.
But wait a minute, something doesn't really add up. It doesn't appear like he didn't felt any loss.
You want to go clean?
Wait a minute. Peter told me about that the psycho killer had some mental issues. That he wasn't able to feel love and he only killed because he wanted that rush. Falco, or rather number 89, from his story, it didn't feel like he killed for fun. He killed for justice or something like that, and that's how he met Hitomi. And we never really met Iris' father. So maybe Iris was actually the daughter of him. Date, you have grown more suspicious again.
Fine. Do as you please.
Date, what did you do in the time between your first and 12 years before you lost your memories?
You've done a lot for us.
And what about Boss? Why did she disappear after Peter told me about the story? Is everyone lying to me in this game?
But there is one last thing.
Everyone is lying to me.
One final job I want you to do for me. It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose of them. Should be simple, no?
What?
Rohan handed Falco a picture of a woman and a girl. It was the teacher Falco met at the shrine. And her daughter. She had just turned 12.
Never mind. Seems like he isn't the father of Iris.
Why the 2 of them? Rohan, as usual, never gave a reason. And Falco had no intention of carrying out the kill. But if he didn't, he knew that someone else would.
So?
He thought long and hard. How was he going to keep them safe and get out of the life of crime? He couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard he thought. He was backed into a corner. So, he decided to call on an old friend for help.
And who's that?
And then,
what happened? Don't cut off! I'm not done! Hey! Silence! What the hell? For some reason, he wouldn't open his mouth. Why? Hello! I need the full story. Why did you stop?
Why did you stop?
What's the connection?
What's the connection between that and Shoko?
Come on, dude! What's the whole
Is
story?
that the whole story?
You told me you wouldn't tell me the story! You mentioned a detective, right?
You mentioned a detective.
Answer me, goddammit!
Hey, answer me.
This is a transaction, remember?
Right. Let me guess. If I want to know the whole story, I need to set you free.
Until I get a guarantee that you'll uphold your end of the bargain, I'm not telling you anything else. I'll give you half up front, half later.
God damn it.
If you want to hear the rest of my story, you better start the release procedures. Once they've cleared, I'll tell you everything.
Date, it is unlikely that number 89 will uphold his promise, even upon release.
Pewter,
Yes?
start the preparations.
Oh! We're going inside, huh?
For what?
What do you think?
I'm going to get the rest of the story by my own means.
The sink.
We are going to see the bottom of everything. The real truth. Actually, I'm going to see the truth I am going to pick. There's probably another choice inside of that dream. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be fun. And boss isn't around.
Number 89 with the usual dosage.
Okay.
He will not be waking up anytime soon. Are you ready, Agent Date?
I am not sure.
The time limit is 6 minutes.
I know.
Then let's begin.
Why are they always leaving me hanging like this? Every single time they leave me hanging like this. God damn it. Oh. Huh? That looks like my dream. Once again.
Sup?
Hey, Hyba.
No, not sup. Why are you sleeping on the job?
She isn't sleeping.
Because I want to, obviously.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Yeah, this rug feels so good on my skin, yeah.
Why are you playing like a cat now?
Why are you suddenly a cat?
Playtime's over. Let's begin.
And stand up.
Is this the Sagan residence?
Is this just like in my dream?
It definitely is. But why?
Number 89. What were you up to?
Huh? Huh?
What?
What is this?
The green. I do not think I can pass through it.
Really wants to hide it, huh? Okay, new plan.
Somnium scan. Activate.
Well, I'm going to go to the bottom of this, even if you don't like it. So, mental lock 1, the telephone. Myself? The windows? The door?
This appears to correspond to the green thing.
Which green thing? Number 89 is hiding in the past. Number 89 is covered in the green membranes. I can't get closer. Wait. First of all, let me see the time. We are at 40 minutes. And this is probably going to take a while for me to complete. So I'm going to make a cut here. I know it's unfair that I leave you hanging like this, especially right in the cycling. But I want to include the cycling with the after event. That's why I decided to make a cut here. So that everything is going to be in one giant video in the next part. So I hope you guys had fun, and see you in the next part when it comes out. Until next time, bye!